Emmett's already in there.
All right, let's see who else is in here. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll give everyone a second to log on. I don't know how you... Hi, Emmett. Let's see.
You can't, I don't think you can see. Oh. So, right now we're just kind of waiting it out a little bit. We got to get used to setting this thing up. I don't know, we were going to go in the back. We wanted to go outside and do this, but it is raining a little bit, super windy, currently in Wyoming.
Yes.
But
the reason why we are doing this live today is that we are celebrating our 2,000 subscribers, which we are so happy about and so thankful. And we just want to say thank you to you guys, and thanks for being so supportive. And honestly, you guys are awesome. So thanks.
Yeah, it's been incredible, and it's happened pretty fast, and we've been enjoying it. But we were home, so we'll give you a little background on where we were, where we're going, and then we can open up the Q&A a little bit later. But we were in Colorado for about a month, almost a month and a half. And then we had a few weddings that we had to get back to in Michigan. So we went back to Michigan and ended up spending a decent amount of time. It was like 2 to 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
That we spent in Michigan. So we were there for a good amount of time.
Yes.
And it was great. We got to see all of our friends, got to hang out, got to go to these weddings. But as the end started creeping up, we definitely missed being on the road and talking to you guys and making videos. So now we are in Wyoming. We got back in Denver last night and drove up here as quick as we possibly could because we are meeting some friends up tomorrow in Grand Tetons, which is my favorite national park.
Yeah, and we're super excited because it's this couple and they just got their brand new van. It's not a Revel, but it's a converted Sprinter. And we're super excited to hang out with them and do the Tetons, and we're going to do Yellowstone, so we're excited.
Yeah, we still got maybe 3 more hours until we get to Grand Tetons. But like Lisa said, they have a converted Sprinter. So this is the first time we've ever done any caravanning. We missed the Revel Rally, which is a rally for our van, which we were super bummed out about, which was going on while we were at these weddings. But so yeah, this is gonna be our first time van lifing with someone else.
Yeah, and they have a dog, which I'm super excited about. And Shayna, she has this backpack that she puts in, so I'm excited to go backpacking with the dog.
Yeah, I think one of the main things we talked about while we were home was we kind of want a dog, and everyone pressuring us that they're you should get a dog, you should get a dog. So we've been talking about it, but I don't think we're gonna do it quite yet.
Not yet. I want one though.
So I think we'll start talking about where we're going next and where we plan on going in the future, and kind of the general plan that we have.
Yeah.
So we're gonna continue after here. When we're in Grand Tetons, we're gonna go to Yellowstone National Park, which is directly north of Grand Tetons, and then after that we're gonna head to Glacier National Park, which is even farther north, and then cross the Canadian border, which we're super excited about because the border's been closed for a year and a half or more, and it finally is open again. And we're gonna see some of the things that we've been wanting to see forever, which is Banff National Park and Jasper National Park. And we're gonna try to spend 3 to 4 weeks there, and then we're gonna have to fly home again for another wedding.
2 more weddings.
2 more weddings actually. And then, but this one's gonna be a lot shorter.
Yeah, it's just we'll be home for 6 days, so it won't be 3 weeks, which will be nice.
Definitely. And then where we're going after that?
Then we're headed down the West Coast. So we'll do Cali, we'll do all the West Coast, and then we are headed to Mexico.
That's where we want to spend our whole winter at. So that's our general plan.
Yeah, that's the goal. Take Tina from Canada to Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. But I guess we'll open it up to question and answers. We don't have to keep it very, we can keep it short. We don't want to stay on here too long, but would love to answer any questions you guys have or anything else. It'd be fun to hear from you guys.
Yeah, I think I saw some comments already.
Let's see. Oh, Mike, what do you say?
I think there's more.
Oh, is there more up there? So where are you guys headed out next? I remember you guys saying you're planning on heading out to California. Have the wildfires changed your plans as of now? Suggestions, Highway 1, a little farther than that, on California. Yeah, so like we just mentioned, we're probably not going to be in California until November.
Yeah.
So hopefully the wildfires, and that's just, I mean, it's terrible. Hopefully they get better by then. If not, we will have to change our plans. The main goal is to eventually just get to Mexico. But we would love to obviously see a lot of things in California. We had a lot of plans there. We have family there, and I know the fires have been affecting them. And right now in Wyoming, you can see it's very foggy, very, very hazy. So you can see the effects of the wildfires are already over here. So hopefully, we've been kind of staying in touch, just kind of seeing what is going on, but hopefully they get better.
Yeah.
So we are currently in Wyoming. Have we been taking our vitamins? Yes. Actually, so
Wait, I'll get it.
Lisa needs to show you what our vitamins look like. So while we left our van here in Denver, it was super hot. It was like probably 90 degrees each day. And we had our sun shields on and everything, but it was just baking the van. So when we got back, all the Velcro, everything that like just gets killed by the sun was like melted. And my vitamins, I had these little gummy vitamins.
I don't know. Are they going to be able to see?
I don't know if you'll be able to see, but they were individual gummy vitamins. And now, if you can see what that looks like, it's a sea of, it's like a whole, that's just one whole thing of gummy now. Like it's not.
We're going to have to like slice it up, but
So,
I don't want you to overdose.
To answer your question, I will be trying to cut these up so I can eat my gummies.
So
my vitamins.
We might have to get a few more vitamins, maybe the pill type, because the gummies aren't working.
So, yeah, we're excited. So I think on this like portion, our friends are gonna follow us all the way up to Canada. So we're gonna be with them for the next 2 weeks, which is gonna be pretty awesome. And they're pretty active, so I know they're gonna push us to do some hikes. Hopefully they're not too crazy. We've been pushing ourselves a little bit, but I'm not looking forward to doing anything too crazy. Hasia, what's up? I'm glad you could join this one. We made sure that we said a few things, because I know last time you missed it, so I'm glad you're on this time.
Yeah, we thought of you when we put some comments on YouTube, so hoping you could join.
So I saw Emmett mention, what was your favorite video that you filmed so far? I still like I think you can go ahead with yours.
I think my favorite was definitely the sand dunes. It was so much fun, and honestly, just like that large of dunes in Colorado, I just wasn't expecting it, and at sunset it just was so beautiful. So that's my favorite. Definitely.
I think the experience of the sand dunes was like mind-blowing. Way cooler than I ever expected. Yeah. And it's Colorado, like everyone's expecting, you're gonna be in these mountains and everything, and then you're in these sand dunes. They're like, where'd you guys go? I was like, that was Colorado. And it was pretty cool. But I still like OBX video. I don't know, that's my favorite
that's
video.
Your favorite?
It's pretty fun. But the travel stuff for us right now is pretty funny, because like our favorite videos are like the travel things, that our favorite experiences, and they just probably don't do as well, but we still love them. Oh, okay. So Jake says, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, Gerstenfeld vlog. Ferris, what are your tips to achieve a beard like yours? #legendary. Honestly, I struggle. So it took me so long to get this beard. I mean, maybe not long for other people's standards, I guess, but I tried to have a beard all throughout high school. Couldn't do it. Like still tried, and pieces were missing. And then finally, like my sophomore year of college, it came in. And then also my friends took me to like a proper place to get your hair cut, and they like trimmed up the beard really well.
Like an Arabic place.
Yeah, and they did it really well for me. So I was like, and they know how my hair is, so like they did it really well, and I was like, after that I've tried to keep it the same. So thank you. I appreciate that comment.
That maintenance is hard though in the van. You trim your beard outside though sometimes.
Definitely. You want to read the next one?
All right. Hi, from Brett. Hi, I have a 2021. Should you do an extract lithium battery or a suspension upgrade? And which suspension upgrade are you considering?
So for us, the lithium batteries have been great. We don't have any need to upgrade. I know like people do Roam Rig and some other updates, and there's possibility of adding an extra lithium onto the system. But for us right now, we have no need, and we're not the people that normally like to spend just to spend unless we really, really need it. And then for the suspension upgrade, that's probably the biggest upgrade that we've been battling back and forth if we really want to get it or not. And we've been looking at the Van Compass 4.3, and a few friends of ours that have it said it's really great. Other people on like the Facebook group for the Rebel Facebook group also recommend it highly. I don't know though. We have been using it, our van, a lot, and definitely on the highway when we get pushed around from trucks.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest thing that they recommend why you get that suspension upgrade. But I don't know. It's still, if you get the Van Compass install and everything, it's $4,000, just another thing to add on to. And at this point, we probably just won't do it. But we've been battling back and forth if we're going to do it or not. So I would recommend that one. That's just because other people have recommended that to us, is the 4.3 Van Compass.
Yeah, I think we literally talk about it every single time we're on the highway. I think if money wasn't involved with it, we would definitely get it. It's just, we're on a strict budget, and right now $4,000 is just a little steep. Lake Tahoe is on foot.
That's terrible. We definitely wanted to go to Lake Tahoe. It's crazy year of travel. I hope everything around there, I hope everyone's safe in those areas. It's just sad. I hope that it just changes soon with the weather, and they get some rain. How long do you plan on, Mike says, how long do you plan on staying in Mexico? Also, you're concerned about security there. So, I guess specifically we're trying to go to the Baja Peninsula, which is probably the safest area for us. And a lot of people in our van and other vans have done caravans or have gone, and there's a lot of information on it. So for security wise, I don't feel nervous to go there. But also for the Baja Peninsula, there's a lot of diesel stops, and that's the biggest concern I have, is like, are we going to be able to get maintenance if we really need to? And are we able to get like the right fuel, which is the diesel that we need? And the Baja Peninsula definitely has way more diesel stops and access to the right type of diesel that we need. So we feel pretty comfortable. And like I said, there's a ton of people that have done it before. Yeah. And that's the main reason why I feel good about it.
Yeah, and I feel like there's groups going down there all the time. So, you know, maybe that's something we would look at before we went, maybe trying to go with other people. If
you guys want to come with us, anyone on here, I would love to go with anyone that has a van or doesn't have a van, overland or whatever. I would love to go with a group. We definitely plan on trying to go around there either in December or January. So if we can get something going, that would be amazing.
And we're going to stay until it warms back up.
So Daniel said, are you coming to Seattle area? Lots of great outdoor stuff and no fires, thankfully. Definitely. So we are going to be actually dropping the van off. Once we're done with Canada, we're going to be driving the van off for about a week for the weddings that we have to go to in the Seattle area. So if you have any recommendations where we could, if there's RV storage or something like that where we could drop it off just for the week, I'm sure we could just do airport parking.
Yeah. Or if you want to meet up, we would love to meet up.
But we're looking forward to going to the Cascades. We've been to Olympic National Park before. Yep. We went last summer. Beautiful area. We want to go to Mount Rainier. So there's a lot of things that we have planned for this Washington area.
I'm nervous that you're going to try and talk me into like ice picking Mount Rainier. That's always been my biggest fear.
I would love to do that. So, want to read the next one?
Do you like live streams more or videos more?
I would definitely say videos, just because I don't know. We're not used to live stream. This is our second live
This is only
stream.
our second, yeah.
So
I mean, it's really cool to talk. I think it's really awesome to talk to you guys. I almost wish that it was like a Zoom call where I could see your faces. That would be kind of nice. But I think videos are always gonna be fun.
I would love to meet up in person.
Yeah,
like
that would be awesome.
It's still us getting used to like talking to and like having to reply, and we're not as good with the system, so we need to get
still
better.
figuring it out.
We feel like two like really old people with this. Like we should know this technology a little bit better. Maybe in the next ones we'll get a little bit better with it.
That's one of our goals, actually.
So
I gotta click here.
So I see I said, you guys on Wi-Fi or LTE? We're on LTE right now. I'm glad that the stream is very steady. That's great, because that we were nervous, because we're honestly, if we could show you where we're at, this is our view. We're in the middle of nowhere right now, and we're just kind of like watching that sun.
Sunset.
But you see how you guys see how hazy it is? Extremely hazy out in the distance. But yeah, so we're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. And I saw we used iOverlander, and they like has great Verizon LTE. So I was like, okay, we'll stay here. We'll get the video stream going.
Well, luckily yours does, because my phone doesn't have any.
This is BLM land, so just for reference. Yeah, BLM land with LTE. Are you kidding me? So how many miles, Mike asked, how many miles do you guys have in the Revel so far? We are just under 12,000.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, we pushed it. When we left Michigan last, we were at 8,000, and then so we put another 4,000 on about while we've been in Colorado. I don't know. My guess is by the time it gets back in Michigan again, we're probably going to be at like 40,000.
Yeah.
Daniel, so yeah, would meet up in Seattle. That'd be great. And then the best way to message us, find us on Instagram. I think that's probably the easiest way to message us at Ferris and Lisa on Instagram, and that'd be the easiest way to get in contact with us. Gotta speak better. And yeah, that'd be the best way.
So I've watched a lot of your videos and remember your water filter journey. Thanks, by the way, to keep us from making a mistake. But where are you getting water?
So yeah, we had the under sink, like, so these filters are built in or made for regular sinks at your home. And we screwed it in under, it was a filtrate water system made for under the sink. And we decided that was going to be the best way. And we heard some things that like, it was good. People have had no problems with it. But we developed a leak within,
I thought it was a month.
A month.
Yeah.
And we just said, screw it. We're not going to even order a new one. I think just the bumps just start loosening up. And then we had leaks. So I just didn't want to deal with that anymore. So we continued back to what it was originally. And now we've been just doing a filter from outside. And we're making sure that we clean the fresh water tank enough so that we feel comfortable with it. And we did that maybe 3 months in. We did a little chlorine mix and made sure that it was clean. And make sure we're only at potable water.
Yeah, definitely. The chlorine kind of lasted, I think it was almost 2 or 3 fill-ups. So we had to use bottled water for a little bit. But I don't know, we got the Camco water filter and it's been working great. I think the water tastes good, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, definitely. While you guys are here, give us a little thumbs up. I'm glad we could make mistakes for you guys. But it's all about.
So many more to come.
I feel like so many other people like have made mistakes, and then we've learned from them. So I'm glad we're able to help someone out. So Dion Foster, when are you gonna take Samson on a trip? So Sam is my little brother. I would love to. I wanted him out here in Colorado, or I wanted him out in Colorado. He wasn't able to make it, but I would love to have him out on a trip. We would both love to.
Yeah.
We gotta find some. I'm sure he would sleep on the ground, so we gotta get him out here.
Yeah.
Expert van life without a van. Worst cooking mistake so far. So worst cooking mistake so far. You take it away. I don't even
feel like we've had like a bad one though.
No, I don't think. I think it's just getting used to it. Like at this point, sometimes we just kind of get out of each other's way, for certain things.
Yeah, it's more about the spacing than anything. Like, even if the van is on a slant, that's something I didn't realize in the beginning. So I had like a big knife, and then the knife went flying off and like just landed right next to my toe. So that was
Can be
probably the
scary.
scariest thing, but I don't think we've actually had anything too major. But in the end, we wind up cooking a lot of the same things.
So not using a Berkey filter. So yes, we've heard of Berkey. I mean, I feel like they're pretty expensive and we just not sure how we would fit it in the van.
Where
That
would
might
you
be the
put
next
it?
setup though. I know people like strap it in, put it in the bathroom, but I have heard a lot of good things about Berkey.
I just feel like when you're living in it full time, every single corner matters so much that that big bulky of a filter would just, I don't know, I don't think it would be worth it.
We still, I mean, I think I'm not scared about how we're filtering our water, and we really make sure that we're only going to potable water sources. But who knows? Maybe in the future we would have hoped that we had better filtering system. So Victor says, curious if you're using a WeBoost system or something similar. Does it help? We're not using anything.
We have a Wi-Fi hotspot through AT&T. So Ferris has Verizon. I have T-Mobile.
Well, the Mercedes van has its own Wi-Fi hotspot, so it's not like a separate Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yep.
So Mercedes does have an AT&T hotspot built in, and then we have 3 different carriers. So we've been trying to get around with that. Like here, we can do a lot of stuff with Verizon, which is amazing.
Yep.
And then we've been using libraries a lot.
Who commented? We watched a video, and this girl said that she likes the library. So we started going to the libraries, and every city we go to, we pretty much go to the library. And it's just so nice and relaxing, and everyone's working there. There's free Wi-Fi, sometimes free coffee, and it's a little nice break from the van. So that's kind of been our main thing.
I forgot how much I love the library.
I know.
We haven't been there in so long, and it's like so empty in there now. Like no one goes to the library anymore, but we do love the library.
Hey, Mom. Miss you too. Oh, that is a good question. What video did you work the hardest on?
I don't know. What would you say?
I feel like the van tours are always like not the hardest, but probably the most time consuming, because we just want to make sure that we're doing our best job and making sure that we're saying everything right. And they take a little bit of time more to film rather than edit, I feel like.
Yeah, for filming purposes, I would say like the van tours, just because we want to make sure that we like write everything down, get all of the things out there, and make sure that we're trying to help people with that, which is like tough with van tours because there's so many things you could say, so many views, but the editing process for those is not too hard, I meant. Stephen L. What's up, Stephen?
Hey, Stephen.
We have a lot of people on here that I know you guys, like Steven, Mike, Emmett, Asia, our moms, of course. Good to see you guys. I'm an event manager who had to turn into a virtual event manager. Let me know if you want some help streaming on Zoom. I obviously I need help because I'm struggling right now. Or StreamYard is cool. I've heard good stuff about StreamYard. So we need to get on that because we need to give you guys better streaming.
Yeah. I think I have a question for you guys once we're done.
Give them a question while I look through here.
So we want to know what you guys want to see in our next videos. So we've been doing some van ones, we've been doing some travel ones, but if there's anything specific you guys want to see, we're looking for some ideas.
Definitely. And let us know what you guys like, because it's hard to get feedback unless it's from our family and stuff, which we do appreciate, but I know that they're a little biased because they like us, but hopefully. But we'd love to hear from you guys. I know you guys watch, everyone that's on here, the faces I see on here are the people that watch our videos the most. So would love to hear how you guys feel about us, what you guys like to see and everything like that, and what you want more of. Oh, I'll call you Shaw from now on. I feel like I know you guys, because
I know.
iFly64s. I don't know your actual name, but I know you're another familiar face.
Yeah, please tell
And
us
we
your
love
name,
you guys because
we talk to you all the time.
we need to know your real names. Unless you're trying to say anonymous. I understand.
Like the Rebel. Okay.
Definitely. I think most people on here are coming here for the Revel and just want more knowledge about it, see how we live in it. So we're definitely trying to keep up with that. Hi, Roger. So yeah, definitely trying to keep up with that and give all the information we can. It's just definitely like we want to give enough, but we love to travel as well. So I think we're going to keep up with that. Victor loves both the travel and van stuff, everything. Waiting on my Revel, so stuff is very helpful. Definitely. I mean, this is kind of what we did. There's a few other channels that we watch, like Wings and Wheels Alaska, that own a Revel. I think like Talon Say, I think that's how you pronounce it, Sai. And they have Revels. They're YouTubers, and they've been in their Revels for a lot longer than us, maybe like 2 years. They have older versions, so theirs is a little bit different. And the Wings and Wheels Alaska, they're in Alaska, so if you want to see how things are done in cold weather in this van, then they're probably the people to go to. But I mean, I think we're probably the only maybe younger group or younger couple that's in this van, so you either hate us or you love us.
Well, actually now we're going to the Tetons and it's going to be in the 30s at night, which we are not used to. So I feel like that'll be an interesting experience. Maybe we'll have to turn on the heat for once.
We don't mind the cold weather for a little bit. We come from Michigan, obviously, but our goal with this van was to get out of the cold weather.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any more questions, let us know. We're up to like 18 people now, which is phenomenal. It's cold here in San Diego in the 70s.
Oh my gosh.
Are you wearing a jacket, Shaw? See, like we were in Florida when we first started, and there was a couple of times where it was a little bit cold and everyone's in their jackets, but hit the thumbs up. Thank you.
It would be cool. We both snowboard, so it would be cool to do like a little trip. And in Canada, I want to do dog sledding would be awesome, but I'm not willing to stay and wait to the winter to do it.
I don't think that's gonna happen in October, but
we'll go surfing instead.
We'll wait. We'll stay up there all through October, and then we'll start heading down. Want to read that one?
Yep. We are going to try to work from our van. My wife does 12-hour telehealth as an RN. We keep stalling. She's afraid of losing connection.
Awesome. Yeah, so I know there's a few different ways, and we've looked into them. If you can find, there's a couple of things that are really nice. If you can find one of the old like AT&T hotspots on like a black market, they're apparently like
super.
And if someone had a subscription, they're like, they don't have these plans anymore, but you still can get hotspots. They're just more expensive, and people have said great things. Obviously the WeBoost is really nice if you have a connection, but it won't work if you don't. But like other YouTubers they're in a story teller, and Chad and Paul, they just did a couple things on internet connection, and they have great information on that, and they have barely ever have connection issues. For us, we don't need it every single day. So we kind of plan around that and make sure we go to an area or when we really, really need it. So I think there's things for her. And then in the future, Starlink is coming out. I'm looking forward to that.
Ferris has been talking about that. But I feel like there's only been one time where we went looking for Wi-Fi and we couldn't upload a video. Only one time, which I feel like is pretty good considering that most of the time we're not even around a town. But I feel like if there's a will, there's a way. You guys will figure it out. Definitely.
So I see we have some more new people in here. Right now we're just doing a question and answer. So ask us anything. We're willing to answer it. Ferris, did I water ski? I have water skied. No, actually, I don't think I've ever water skied. I've wakeboarded like a few different times. I like wakeboarding. I'm not great at it. I need to get better. Need more practice. Emmett, you need to get me out on there. Take me out on the boat. So, any other things you guys wanna talk about? what other topics should we talk
We
about?
can
Some of
show
our
'em-
products.
We can show them the van. So we'll show you guys the van. I just cooked dinner and haven't cleaned yet, so don't judge. But here, it's like a nice little reveal.
Lisa will take you around.
All right.
This is what it looks like every day. So on a normal day.
Yeah. So, oops. All right. So, like I said, I just cooked dinner, and then we have it back here. So we have a ton of stuff. So right now we have a extra mattress topper that we need to return. We have some firewood, just a lot of stuff. This is our extra box of food that we can't fit in our pantry.
We just stocked up there.
Yeah, we just stocked up. And then that's a mess. And then I'll show you guys our refrigerator that we overloaded today. Yeah, that's always full. And that's it. She's small.
And we're back. Oh. Whoops.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. I just probably made you puke on that one. Apologize. We're back. So that's what the van looks like on a normal day. I wanted to take you guys outside. I'll show you outside again if you haven't seen it. We're on BLM land in the middle of Wyoming. It's super hazy still because of the fires. That's why we haven't been able to do our fires at all, because I would love to be sitting outside having a little fire. I'm sorry I made you guys puke. So I see the puking symbols. But yeah, I mean, we gotta find a Target. We bought this stuff at Target, and we've added an extra mattress topper. So we added some egg crate on top of our latex one, and it feels a lot more comfier than it was before. Last night was the first night back in the van from when we were home, and I struggled. Yeah. I've been struggling when we were home or when we were in the van. At the very end, before we left, I started feeling a lot better in the van, and I was getting used to it. And then when you go back home to a regular bed, and it's very hard for me to come back to this. That's just probably me personally.
Yeah,
Lisa,
I've never really had an issue, but I feel like you also get kind of like, not weirded out, but like just sleeping in like a different spot, whether it's like a Cracker Barrel or BLM land, just like knowing that it's different every night can be kind of like weird at first.
yeah, it's definitely nice when you're in the same place over and over again or for a few days, just because you get comfortable. And I know there's a bunch of different mattress pads and different things you can try out. I think now we got a little bit better with the added topper, the egg crate topper on top of it. But these comments real quick. I see some new people in here. Joy, Joinville, love the videos, great content. Thank you so much.
I think there's more up there.
Can I click these things so you guys can see it? I don't even know. I gotta figure out how you guys can see these. Let's see. I keep on showing my finger.
Someone was talking about
Sianda Ola, I'm guessing. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Please let me know how to pronounce it. I'm new to this channel. Which part of the world are you in now? I'm in South Africa and will be touring my beloved continent in a few weeks. Also, any exciting trips? So we're in North America. We're in the state of Wyoming right now, and we're planning on taking the van all the way to Canada, and we're going to go through Banff National Park and Jasper National Park, and then from there we're going to make our way all the way down to Mexico, along the west coast of the United States, and we plan on staying in Mexico for the majority of the winter.
Yeah, we're going to surf, we're going to eat some tacos. I'm wondering how grocery shopping is going to be, because I think we're just going to eat tacos.
I want to eat so much.
Oh, thank you. Your garage is always our garage is always a mess. I always see perfect seating area back there on YouTube. It's not perfect at all. Rarely ever.
Some things definitely help with organization, but when you're just out here, some days it's just, we clean about every 3 days. Hey guys, how much have you spent monthly, if I may ask? Loving the channel, by the way. So this is something that we want to talk about a little bit more. Probably we'll do a video on, because Lisa, I guess, can speak on the monthly budget because she handles all the finances for us, and we have a huge Excel sheet that is very intricate and detailed for every single expense, fixed and variable. So
yeah, the budget is pretty intense. I worked in like finance before, so it's a little intricate, but basically I would say our variable costs are around $1,600 a month between the two of us. That includes like groceries, diesel, camping, and then we have our fixed costs, which is like the van payment, and then healthcare, and then some business fixed expenses for like music and things like that.
Our diesel has been hitting like 500 to 600,
A lot.
and it just keeps on going. We've been driving a lot, but that's why we got the van, to drive a lot. So that's the majority of the expenses. And then groceries are coming to about like 500, 450, 500.
Yeah, they range from 400 to 500.
So that's 1100 right there. And then you're left with, 400, 500 for everything else. So just your food and your diesel alone will put you around 1100. And I mean, we are decently frugal. I mean, for majority of stuff, we just kind of go to your regular your stores, but we just eat a lot of veggies and chicken and stuff like that, pretty lean. But then we love Trader Joe's, so we end up spending a decent amount on groceries because we love Trader Joe's, and that the extra little cost there is worth it for us.
The only time we get into trouble is if like we're craving going out to eat. That can put you over pretty quick.
So Joy asks, are you guys planning any future upgrades to the van? So we spoke on this a little bit earlier. We contemplate some of these things like every day. The suspension is probably something that we talk about all the time, if it's worth it or not. It's recommended as one of the best upgrades that you possibly can get.
Yeah, I think it's really the only one we've really considered. It's just how we talked about the budget. It's just a very high cost, and right now, like the van, we can get to where we need to, and we can still off-road. I do think it would be beneficial.
Yeah. I mean, the van right now, as it is, and this is why I want to, I try to be truthful as possible about the Revel. It does everything that we need it to do.
Yep.
It's everything that we dreamed of. So, adding more money to it is not necessarily for us. We were like, okay, we took a lot of time to make sure this is the right van for us, so we feel comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. Can you upgrade? Can you always upgrade?
Yeah.
Of course. You can always upgrade and do so many different things. I'm sure we'll do some smaller things and some little knickknacks here and there. We would love to make the van more homey and more us.
I think that's the only thing that getting like a Revel versus a converted van, it's not as homey, and you can make it more homey. We're just still trying to figure out how.
I mean, you definitely can tell it's from a Winnebago factory. I mean, there's quality issues that Winnebago has. That's nothing that's not heard of. But in the end, it's usually just it's just kind of everyone has the same van, right? I see Bradley. Thank you so much for the $5. Love it. He said, "You two are great. Keep it up." Thank you so much for the $5. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is our first ever, I think, $5 or any money from a live stream. So keeping us on the road. Love you. What else do we got here? So yeah, the Cav mattress looks amazing.
Yeah.
I just don't know where we're gonna get it or how we're gonna get it. We tried to see if anyone had some used one, or because we saw on the Facebook group that someone was selling it. We were hoping to maybe meet up with them, but it just never worked out. But then we also heard other people that said it was too soft, too stiff. So I would hate to go in on that and then not like it. So I would love to test it out first. That's why we need to get to a Revel Rally or another meetup, because we need to try out some of these products.
For sure.
Because the community is amazing. Where's the Wyoming Hot Springs? Let me know. I want to get in there. I would do that right now.
Do a live stream from a hot spring.
Roger says, and his handle is iFly64s. Our Revel is named Bartholomew.
Love that.
He's in the shop. You guys liked my comment on FB. So that's me. Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember the exact. I feel like every comment I read though, someone has a Revel in the shop. So, but I think I know yours. You had a whining sound. Unfortunately, that's terrible. I know people have a bunch of issues with their vans here and there, but I know the community is huge, and there's a lot of vans out there, and I know that's the page where you go to talk to people. So I understand, your concern, and that's the place where you gotta see if anyone else has, or give them the information that you experience. So thanks for always posting on the group. Everyone that posts on that group has made our lives a lot easier.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We need to be more involved. We want to be more involved in the future with that group. So, Nisinator, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, 747 asks, why did you get your van over an RV like the Winnebago 24D? I don't know what the Winnebago 24D is, but the reason why we got our van... why did we get our van, Lisa?
Well, Tina, biggest reason was the 4x4. We love, pizza fun. Makes me laugh. Thank you, Steven. Okay, but back to why we got the Revel. 4x4, we love mountains, we love hiking. The whole reason was to get like more off-road. We didn't want to be in campsites. We didn't want to be parked next to a bunch of people. So that was pretty much the biggest
We wanted to get out there. We wanted the flexibility.
Yeah.
And this van is awesome. I think, our biggest concern of what van we were going to get was a van like the Revel or another converted van. And in Michigan, there just wasn't a lot of options for converted vans. Like, when we were searching, especially during COVID, it seemed difficult, and then the prices were rising on these self conversions, and we just didn't feel comfortable if we could trust self conversion, and then all the other pro builders were out like a year.
Yeah, we wanted to go, we quit our jobs and we wanted to go right away. So
yeah, so the Revel was the closest to what we wanted and the easiest for us to attain, and it was at a General RV, which was, they have like 4 or 5 locations in Michigan, so it was very easy for us to get. But I want to go back to Steven's question, or Steven's pizza fund. I'm pretty sure y'all have saved me much more than that. Thank you. We gotta find a pizza place.
Steven always comments on our pizza eating.
I know.
We've been so bad.
There's actually a pizza place in Jackson. So we're going to use that to get a couple slices or whole pie, probably a whole pie. And probably tomorrow. So one of our upcoming videos will show that. And then thanks, Mom, for the $10 as our #1 fan. Love you. Keeping us going, always supported by our parents here. Brett, thank you.
Appreciate it.
You guys are amazing, and this is why we keep doing this, is just because we have met so many people, not met in person, but online on our channel.
Cool.
And the people that are commenting here, these are the people that we talk about in the background like all the time. We're like, oh my god, did you see
we talk about you guys
what Shaw,
all the
Roger,
time.
Steven commented? Did you see what all these guys commented in? Or the funniest things, especially when you guys make us laugh, it's always a good time.
We're always dying. Like in the morning, if we get one like overnight or something, because I think you guys may be on a different time zone, we're like, oh, did you just see who said this? Like we love it, and it's like so funny because it's like we've never actually met you face to face, but sometimes I feel like I know you guys. Definitely.
So looking forward to meeting more of you and knowing more of you. Look, I'll show it again. It's just us out here. So. Our entertainment is the comments, replying back, getting on live with you guys. So every time, we see one of those things, it definitely makes our day. You guys rock. You guys rock. So let me see if I missed anything here. Roger, we're going to have to try. Where are you located? We need to try out your bed. I just need to feel it.
That's a weird thing to say. Not in a creepy way.
Not in a creepy way. Just wanna test out how it feels. Sianda says, awesome, we'll meet in the future, I'm sure. I have plans to see the Northern Lights. Here's another one. What do you guys argue about? Pros and cons of sharing space. Give us some juice. Well, I'll answer the first thing about the Northern Lights, or talk about the Northern Lights. We're going to Canada, so that's something that we hope to see.
Oh my
would
gosh,
be awesome.
it would be amazing.
And then Lisa can take away the next portion of this.
What do we argue about the most? Honestly, like living together is not the hardest part. I would say like us working together for the first time has like taken some getting used to. In the beginning, I would say it was like a lot harder, and just like it wasn't really like arguing about anything specific. It was more like, I'm hangry, you know.
I
like,
get very hangry, and if I don't sleep, which I don't always get the best sleep in this van, so we've been working on that, and like my sleep has gotten better. But we definitely are trying to figure out our roles, and just like any relationship. I mean, we've been together for 5 years. We've lived together for 2 years before that. But in the van, your space is just a lot smaller. So since we're giving you this juice, give us a thumbs up, because we'll keep going.
Well, she asked, okay, so what's the best part of being so close together? And I feel like we've been dating for 5 years, and we've gotten along so well, and I don't feel like we could have gotten closer, but like I feel like this has brought us closer for sure.
Definitely.
Like if you can survive van life, like you'll make it.
You can survive a lot. And then, I mean, I'll just keep on giving the juice, because I'm sure it's the spacing is tough. Definitely tough. There's times where I want to do things, she wants to do things. When we're driving around trying to make videos, not sure like what our careers, like we gave up our careers to do this, and we just want to have fun and make sure we are made the right decision. So like the support you guys have like confirms that. But like there's definitely times when you're alone, like just like anything, like I have to focus on my mental health, and there's definitely times where you just need to take a step away from each other, go for a walk, do different things. But it's escalated. Like I think what you have at home gets escalated here. So like if you can handle yourself, if you can figure out like how the other person operates, and just patience, patience. And she has a lot of patience, and I've been getting on her for sure. And so we definitely, I have to I have to have more patience for her, and she has to have more patience for me.
Yeah. Normally I feel like I'm a very patient person, but I feel like being in the van, maybe it's down a little bit more, but in the end, it's like, it's so worth it, and you learn a lot from this experience, and it really does bring you closer, but it makes you think more about, okay, what am I saying, or like really how you react to that other person, which is a good thing.
Definitely. I mean, every week it's gotten better. Like it's just like easier for us, and I think that's just routine as a whole. Like we exercise a lot, and so we've had to change how we exercise and things like that, and what works for us, and that's just a constant. Like when we've been home, the questions we get are very similar to this, and it puts a lot of pressure on us.
Yeah, I think quitting your jobs in general, like us both quitting and not having like a steady income, is scary no matter what, and that probably puts some stress on there too.
Definitely.
But like when you're out here, it's like you only have each other to rely on, and you just have to be confident and work your butt off as much as you can. And in the end, I guess we can always go back to our corporate jobs, but don't want to.
So we got 31 people in here. It's amazing. If you guys are new into joining right now, we're talking, like, we got a question on what we've been arguing about, or like the pros and cons of living in a tight space, and pretty much wrapping that up. But in the short story is, it's hard at first, but once you get a routine, and you work with each other, you can really accomplish anything. That's so cliche. God dang it. All right, going to the next question. What is your favorite experience with the van and van life so far?
That's a tough one. There's been so many good ones.
Just the life as a whole, being able to go wherever you want, meet people on the road, get out there. You have to put yourself out there. I mean, people want to look at this van. Like, people want to talk to you about this van.
Should we tell them who we met? That was kind of cool.
Okay. All right. I mean, so a lot of you guys on YouTube, I'm sure you probably follow other van life people and travelers, and this is definitely the coolest thing that's ever happened to us.
Yeah.
It will be in a little bit in our next video, and hopefully in their video. We got to meet some of our biggest the inspirations for just travel in general. We got to actually work with them. We got to work with Kara and Nate, who are YouTubers and travelers. And it was the most like surreal experience because if you don't know who they are, they're travelers. They've been traveling for like 5, almost 6 years now, all over the world. And then during COVID, they bought a van and they've been doing van life and they've been going all over the place. And out of the blue, they're in Denver, and they were in Leadville, Colorado, and we were just in Denver, and they asked if anyone in the area knew how to operate a drone. So we just we just sent a Hail Mary, and they texted us back, and then they saw that we were a couple in a van, and they're like, you guys come out here, help us out with this video. We ended up working with them, helping them with the video, and their video, I'm not sure when it's going to come out. It probably seems like they have like 4 or 5 more videos before then, but it was in Leadville, and it was the Burro race. They've said it on social media, so I don't feel weird saying it, but it was an incredible experience. We ended up hanging out with them, other people. We met a bunch of people in Leadville, a couple named Rick and Beck, who actually have a Airbnb called the Majestic in there, and they're amazing. So we stayed with them, hung out with them all night, hung out with them the next day, and it was so surreal because we just decided to do that on a whim because we had to fly home and we only had 2 more days and we were just going to spend them in Denver. But we decided that this was a cool, awesome experience, especially for YouTube realm, and they've been a huge inspiration for us. So that was probably our favorite. Long story short.
Yeah. Just for some backstory, we've been watching like their videos since 2017. Like they're probably our favorite YouTubers and have given us a lot of inspiration to get out there and kind of do what we love to. So it was just really surreal that the first van life couple that I think we've ever met was Kara and Nate, which is just
because they're like the OGs of travel. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you, if you guys have seen their videos or the thumbnails or anything, and they're in their van traveling around North America doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So to be able to join them, see how they work was very awesome.
Yeah, so cool.
Let's see what Brett says. He didn't mean to send the Tweety bird with a heart. I wanted something more dignified.
I like the Tweety bird.
I love it. It was very heartwarming.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you, Shaw. You guys are amazing. Honestly, the support goes a long way, more than you guys know. It really keeps us just at it, honestly, like your comments, and that's all we really need. Did you guys have problems with your MaxAir fan like so many of us? Does it really help out west? Yes, our Max fan has not worked properly since we got it, and we didn't know, like, we didn't really use it enough to know that it wasn't working, but it only works when you press the auto button. Let me actually grab the thing because I can show you. You can maybe speak on it, but...
Yeah, so basically we've never had it working.
So this is the control for the MaxAir fan. And if I press this button, which is the power button, which should turn on the fan, it doesn't work. It only works if you... Oh, who is this person?
Do we know how to block people?
I'm going to put them in timeout because that's all I know how to do for 300 seconds. We need a moderator, but anyway, so we only can operate our fan if we use the auto button, which is ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for reporting that. We need to put one of you guys, if any of you guys want to be a moderator for the next one, let me know. I'll add you guys in there. You guys can have the power of the chat. But yeah, it only works with auto. If I hit this right now, we'll hear an annoying beep sound, and that's all it will do. So I've heard that MaxAir, I'm not sure what the actual brand is, but that they're really, really nice, and they will send you a new fan and work through it. But we tried unplugging the fuse, doesn't work. A couple different things we tried. The sun's going down, so it's getting a little bit darker in here.
Oh my god.
Man, I don't know who that is. Thank you guys for reporting that person. Bradley says, "Where is the ring?" Honestly, we've had so many weddings we've been going to. All
You
our
can talk to
friends,
my dad too. He
all of our
asked fun
friends are getting
questions.
married. When we were home, we actually took photos for our other friend that got engaged. We were there for the engagement. So that's the number one question from everyone at home. Where is the ring?
There's so much pressure.
You'll have to find out. Keep watching the videos to find out.
Okay.
Lots of pressure.
Thanks, Brad.
Brian Holiday says, late to the video, just off work. What is the future travel plans, destination? Also, did you look at the storyteller when looking at a revel? I'm down to those two choices and would like your thoughts. So, welcome for joining, or thanks for joining, Brian. The first thing is future travel plans, destination. So we're currently in Wyoming. I'll go pretty quick with this. We are going up to Glacier National, or we're going to Yellowstone National Park, Glacier National Park, and then with our end goal to as far north as we can in Canada, which is Jasper National Park. And so we're going to go over the border. The border just opened, so we're pretty pumped about that.
Yep.
And then from there on, that's going to take us to the end of October or middle of October, and then we're going to make our way down the coast all the way down to Mexico so we can spend the winter, the really cold months in Mexico. So we're going to take our time, maybe, all of November and December, we're going to take our time going down the coast. But that's our future travel plans. And my memory stinks. So what was the second part of your question? Oh yeah, storyteller. So we've been trying to meet up with these other van life couple YouTubers, and Chad and Paul, and they have a storyteller. It was definitely something that we looked at. We just thought the value of what we wanted, the thing that really was Lisa's biggest thing, was having an enclosed shower and toilet. And this is maybe some information that we haven't really spoke about yet, but this is something that the shower and the toilet is something that we probably would give up now that we've been in the van for a lot longer. So that was her number one thing.
Yeah. It's just when you've never lived in a van or anything, you want to take what you have from home. A nice bathroom is, a nice thing to have. But in the end, it takes up a lot of room. And sometimes it does feel a little tight in here. I think that's the biggest thing is some vans, especially self-converted vans, have this nice open feel with that shot, in front of the ocean or whatever, which is obviously not realistic all the time. But it does get a little tight in here. So I think if we were to do this over, I would still want the Revel, just without the shower.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything on how the shower works in the storyteller. I know it's in a compartment and it comes down. I think something like that would be really, really nice, because when you want to use the shower inside, it'd be nice to have one. We don't use it often.
No.
We've been trying to shower outside more than not. I mean, I like showering outside just because, I don't know, I like being outside. We're in this van a lot, so the shower's not very big, and so I'm pretty tight in there. So yeah, that would be something that I think would have swayed us a little bit, but in the end, I think the value of the Revel compared to what we got it for, what the price that we got it for, from what the storyteller is, we saved a good amount of money, and I think we were very happy with this van.
Yeah.
But I've never been in a storyteller. I know their quality is amazing. I heard great things, and I would not say anything bad about them. I just don't know.
Yeah. We definitely got to do that video though. We would love to do it.
A comparison.
We've been playing phone tag. They're in Denver right now, but I think Chad is sick, so it didn't work out, but yeah.
Let me see. So how is the internet in the van in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, so we have 3 different carriers. The phone is Verizon, Lisa has T-Mobile, and then the van hotspot, we have that van hotspot for AT&T, and we really made sure that we were in a spot that people had said was good, had good reception, and just for Verizon. Hers right now for T-Mobile is nothing. So we just try to make sure that we go in a spot. I mean, we were a little bit nervous for sure, because we wanted to make sure that our stream was good, but it looks like it's performing well, so we're pretty happy with it.
Yeah. And iOverlander, when we look for spots, it tells you if there's good cell coverage over there. So it'll say Verizon has good, T-Mobile has like okay. So that's kind of how we know.
So Jen asked, any stranger danger stories? We haven't had any, have we?
No, I mean, we've slept at like Walmart always has like weird stuff going on, but like never had an issue. There has been one time where like a guy, we were at a Harvest Host, came and knocked on the door. Like I was sitting in the passenger seat and he knocked on the door and it kind of weirded me out. But in the end, he just like wanted to talk about the Rebels. So it's not like stranger danger, but sometimes, yeah, like people like love the Rebel and just want to talk about it. So you'll get like looks, like people just always want to talk to you, but it's never like in a weird way. It's just curiosity.
Yeah, I think more or less people are more curious than anything. Oh, gotta turn the light back on.
Oh no.
Should we take you guys back here?
Yeah.
So it got dark on us real quickly.
You can go to the garage.
What's up? So I think for more or less, for the stranger, more people are just curious than anything. So I don't know, at first I tend to be like a little freaked out, but then I got used to it. And in the end, I know that they're just like, want to talk about the van. So we're going to move back here. Welcome to the van. So when we came back to the van, this is our little like whiteboard and this is on Velcro. It was so hot in the van that all of our Velcro fell off. So consider Velcro, when you're considering Velcro, it works and it's really nice. But we did have all our Velcro like pretty much fall off, but it went back on pretty easily. So it was no big deal. I'm gonna slide in here as smooth as I possibly can without hitting my head. We do not have a bumper. I've never bumped my head. Lisa has.
Ironically.
Better. I'm like dragging you guys around today. Okay. I think this will work. This will work for now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks, Bradley. That'd be great. I think next time we do it, we would love to have someone be a mod because that I don't know what was going on there, but thank you for controlling that. Roger says, my wife had to have a shower and a toilet. I'm 58, so a toilet becomes way more important. I think we're on the same page. I'm 27 and I
Gross.
hey, I eat a lot of random things. So, but in the end, I think we're around like so many different places that like the privacy of it, you know, one could just step out of the van. I think at the middle of the night, it would be nice.
Yeah.
But, and that's why the privacy is really, really nice, I guess. But it happens so little that we don't, the value, I guess, of having that
Yeah.
is not as neat as we thought it was going to be.
To like not get like too TMI here, but I think like number 2 wise is only used like on an emergency basis, which has happened. I would say like under 10 though since we've been in the van. So like a majority of the time, you know, there's rest stops, there's grocery stores, there's restaurants. So 99.9% of the time we are not using this for number 2. But it is really nice, you know, like before bed, like I get up and, you know, I have to like go number 1 during the night and stuff. So that's really nice. But in the end you get
We're
really
pretty, I mean, we've been pretty personal, or we've been close to each other either way.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you're married and you've been together for a while, like a lot of things just fly. And if you're in a van, you just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not, she yells at me a lot. I've just gotten over it. Cause I mean, sometimes you just gotta let it fly.
Okay, Ferris lets it fly like way too many times.
So, Sienna said, considering that space is an issue, let's talk about dream vehicles you would love to own that have more space. I mean, you know, if later on, I mean, if you had a longer van, the problem is when you get a longer van, you're giving up that angle, that space when you're going off road. So if you're going your clearance becomes an issue,
Yeah.
especially when you're going on an angle or going up, or going over a hump. You're giving up that clearance issue. So this smaller van is better going off road, and you're not going to have as many issues with your clearance. But if you want to get a lift and do other things, you could spend money in doing that. So dream vehicle, there's these earth roamers. Looking them up, they're amazing, they're insane, but they're like $500,000.
Yeah,
So
they're
definitely
ridiculous.
not getting that. I mean, unless
We hit
I
the
don't know, unless
jackpot
it's
or
a jackpot or
something.
something. So, but this has been great for us. Um, Shaw said, since you had the lithium, why not leave the fan on when you leave to hike? This would cool off the van without losing too much energy. Solar. It's just like if you leave the regular fan on, we could do that, but then you'd have to leave a window open for it really to like do anything to circulate. So we just, when we go hiking, we want that security of closing everything up. And that's something that we're really focusing on now, is building the security in here. And there's a couple things on the Rebel group that are really awesome. Behind the bench seat, there's a lock that you could put there. There's a couple other things I've seen people do that, but there's nothing that's like a secure. I haven't seen anyone like bolt anything down yet. But there's a few different things you can do to make your stuff secure, and that's kind of like something we've talked about.
Yeah.
But I answered a question with another answer.
Well, we have obviously camera equipment and laptops and all of our work stuff. So we have to be very cognizant of making sure everything's put away. And if something did get stolen out of here, it it's insured, but like it would put us behind and
Definitely.
be really bad for our YouTube videos.
Definitely. So like Roger just mentioned, he said, love being able to go into town and park in normal parking spaces.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I think
We
like
are
with this
foodies,
short vehicle, and then we have the bikes on the back. Even with the bikes on the back, we are able to go into regular parking spots. And if you get a longer van, we've seen these extended vans,
Yeah.
they just don't fit in those spots. So like you're losing a lot of capabilities. And people say, oh, this is too small and whatnot. And in times it is.
Sometimes it is.
But like, you're living in a van and you have to give up certain things to gain others. So you're never going to get a perfect van no matter what. There's always going to be something that you have to compromise.
Yep.
So Brian says, did you get a replacement cap for your cassette toilet? Did you order two or to have a spare? On that note, what do you carry spares of in case gets lost and broken? So we ordered one on Amazon. So they're pretty easy to get on Amazon. They didn't have a ton of reviews, but it is from the company that makes it, which is Thetford. So it was really easy to get through Amazon.
That was such a bummer.
I am like very, very conscious when I pull that thing out, so I will not let that happen again. Which, if you guys don't know, the cap went into the sewer, and I like reached down to it like as it was falling, and I was like in it. So I haven't had that issue. And then also the way that we fixed it before like worked pretty well. And there's also these, I've seen on the Facebook group that people use these like rubber caps that they can get from Home Depot. I don't know the exact thing, but there is options if something happens, so you don't necessarily need a spare. Other things that we carry spares of is after I fixed the hose clamp.
Yeah.
I just did that in the driveway. That was before we got any recall on it, so I fixed it because it was already slipping off, and I barely even touched it, and it slipped off. So that's a real thing everyone has, and it was pretty easy for me to fix. But I carry extra hose clamps just in case. I carry all the tools with me that I know I will need, all of the exact tools that would fit the parts in here, so that I have everything I need, and I keep that in the box up top. Other than that, we don't keep like too many other spare things.
Extra Velcro.
Yeah, like random things. I have a lot of tools, but I feel like for the most part, if we lose water, then we're gonna leave, right? Like if we have any issues like that, if we have any power issues, the only thing that would really keep us straight is if there was a mechanical issue with the van.
Yeah.
And at that point, my expertise on mechanical issues is not the greatest. So
we do have like coach net, so we do have like free towing, and we have like tire protection and stuff. So if something does go wrong, we'll just call that.
You guys are keeping this chat going, so we're gonna keep it. It says 69 minutes right now, which is a lot longer than we anticipated, but we love having you guys here. Matt, good to see you. Glad you joined. Thank you. Another person that is always in the comments, and we love seeing the comments, seeing your comments especially. FEMA camp etiquette for dummies. Has Crest or Colgate offered you a sponsorship for your videos yet? Your smiles, seriously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hers is way better. I need to get some white knee strips. I'm just kidding. But no, we have no sponsorships for them yet. We don't have any sponsorships yet. So
we're still working.
Just for Wallex sent us a bunch of stuff actually, which is like the toilet pods for fresheners. They sent us a bunch of stuff at home, which is like the first thing we've ever gotten from anyone, and they sent us a huge like care package for a bunch of, and honestly their stuff for keeping your toilet clean and smelling good. And this is not, we're not getting paid for saying this. Truly, we used them before they came to us after we mentioned their product. It's great. I mean, it's toilet smelling. It makes Lisa handle my toilet smells.
Yeah, it's gross. No, we included the Porta Pack in our essentials video, and so they were obviously happy about that, so they sent us a very nice care package. And there's actually some like a little drop thing that goes into the sink that I'm really excited to try, because I feel like when we wash dishes and stuff, like we don't let anything down the sink, but obviously there's food particles that get down there.
So Roger says, my wife rolled our cap off the embankment. I had to scoop my butt all the way down after the bad boy. The climb back up was worse. We have a spare cassette.
Love it.
Another little plastic part off our cassette is broke as well, but we still don't carry a spare. They're pretty expensive and hard to get, but we just don't have the room for it because we're doing it full time. We could maybe keep it back at our parents', but like the thing is we sold everything. We don't have anything on our parents except for like I kept like one suit and a couple shirts just for like the weddings we have to go to, but we don't plan on being back in that area for a while with the van.
I think I saw in the Rebel group that the cassettes are back in stock on Amazon, so I think if something went wrong, they have these Amazon Prime lockers, which are awesome. We've used it a couple times, so we'd probably just like...
Or we just have to take the shovel outside, you know what I'm saying?
Great.
Brett says, I have drone mobile added to my phone. It's a cellular LTE alarm, temperature control and reporting, and fast idle for rapid battery charging. I've used it several times for comfort.
Nice.
So I'm interested in it. I mean, we've been looking for more security, but most of them have to have Wi-Fi on continuously. So you have to be in Wi-Fi for it to work. So I'm interested to see if anyone has a closed system, if that is a closed system, or if there's any other way. I don't know. Sienna says, have you guys considered having a tent outside of your van as an extension to your home? My lady and I own a MAN TGS 6x6, and we're looking to expand our space. You should consider it. We just, at this point, we want less things, and I know in this case it would be nice when it's raining, but it was also very windy outside too. Would love to see it. Let me know. Send us a picture. We'd love to see what you got going on. Always open to new ideas. We just like are fighting with like how many things we can keep.
Yeah, the one thing I do want to add to the van is like a mat outside. So we have like a small rubber mat that we keep outside like for shoes and everything. But especially being in Colorado, we've been off-roading, hiking. So it's gotten so muddy in here. So if you guys have like a mat or some kind of blanket or something you use outside of your van, let me know, because I'm looking.
We get real dirty in here. I'm the worst. And I left my flip-flops at home, so now we're really screwed.
Yeah. You're wearing your shoes right now.
Matt, yeah, Telluride needs to be on your short list because we were blown away. I mean, Colorado as a whole blew us away. I've been to Colorado before, and we did like Rocky Mountain National Park in the previously, and so we had a lot more time.
Yeah.
And Telluride,
Oh
insane.
my gosh. I think like if it wasn't for the median cost being $4 million per house, I think we would move there after van life for sure.
In a van though, it's perfect because
Yeah.
you don't have to spend any money on the hotels or in that area, the Airbnb. So you keep your costs very, very low.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of places to park around the area. So if you are in an RV or a van, highly recommend it. If you're a mountain biker, highly recommend it. It was intense. I would have loved to get on a mountain bike. So now I just have an excuse to go back. The hikes also were insane.
Are you going to try and do shorts? I love it, Emmett. Yes, we are working on a strategy for shorts, reels, and TikToks. Still putting some things together.
Definitely. Mom, there are a few more things in the basement. Okay, shh, don't tell anyone. All right. Any close BLM land or Cracker Barrel in Telluride? So there's a couple of parks, RV camps that are owned in the area.
Yeah.
And the one that we went to was $14 for 2 days, or it was $14 each day, but we stayed there for 2 days. There are a few national park spots and roads that take you off road that you can go on, and then
there's that one road we tried to get a free campsite
the
there.
National Forest, sorry.
But it was packed and it was kind of sketchy. There was a lot of mudslides and it was up really high, so that's kind of why we went with the other one. And for $14 a day to be downtown Telluride is kind of a good deal.
We're gonna wrap it up, I think, you guys. We got one more question, and then Emmett, thank you guys so much for donating as well. You guys are amazing, keeping us on the road. And I know you need to get to bed, buddy. You got school in the morning. But I'll answer one more question from Brian. I see the bed track that hangs there. Does that sway a lot and bounce off the back wall while driving? So this is something that we've been discussing, whether we've heard that we should keep the bed down while driving more, and we've tested that out. And so we're going to start trying to keep it down as much as possible when we are driving, because it has been making sounds. And I know there's a few screws that are right up here that get loose, and then people have a hard time lowering the bed and having trouble with the bed. But for now, we haven't had any issues with the bed. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on the table right now. But we're going to try to keep it down because that's the best position for it while driving. But all right, great seeing all you guys, or wouldn't see any of you, but great talking to you all, you guys.
Yeah, and thanks for chatting. I mean, it's been really, really fun, and thanks for 2,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome.
It's been amazing. Looking forward to seeing all your faces in the future, and keep it up.
And let's meet up. If you guys want to meet up, we'll be heading out west. We told you guys our travel plan. We'd love to meet you. If you have a Revel, come hang out. And
if you don't have a Revel, wherever you guys are,
we have
if you guys know in the general direction where we're going, let us know in the comments or message us on Instagram. We'd love to meet up with you guys. And Instagram is probably the easiest way to talk to you. So yeah, thanks for joining.
Thanks.
Peace. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.